All right, welcome back everyone for another deep dive. You know how this works. One quote, and we just kind of see where it takes us.
Sounds good to me.
So this was from a journalist, Herbert Bayard Swope, Pulitzer Prize winner, so we know he's got some interesting thoughts.
Yeah, those Pulitzer folks usually do, right?
Totally. And this quote is all about success and failure. He says, I can't give you a surefire formula for success, but I can give you a formula for failure. Try to please everybody all the time. What do you think about that?
I mean, it's pretty blunt, right? But there's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, like on the surface, it seems obvious.
Mhm.
But why is it so bad to try and please everyone? What makes that a recipe for failure?
Well, I can tell you from personal experience, I used to be the kind of person who hated saying no to anything.
Yeah.
Early in my career, every request, every favor, I'd be like, sure, no problem.
Yeah, been there. You want to be helpful. You don't want to disappoint anybody.
Exactly. But the problem is you spread yourself way too thin, and the quality of everything you do starts to suffer.
You can't give 100% to anything when you're trying to do everything for everyone.
Right, and you end up feeling burned out, resentful. It's just not sustainable.
Plus, doesn't it take you further away from your own goals? Like if you're constantly focused on what other people want, when do you have time for what you want to achieve?
Exactly. You lose sight of your own values, your own priorities, and your decisions end up being driven by, trying to please everyone else instead of by what really matters to you.
It's almost like the more you try to be everything to everyone, the less you actually become yourself.
That's a great way to put it. You lose that authenticity, that sense of purpose. And I think that's where the failure really comes in. It's not just about like external markers of success or whatever. It's about that inner feeling of, am I living in alignment with who I am and what I want?
So, if trying to please everyone is a recipe for failure, what's the opposite? How do you flip that and find a path to success?
It's about defining success on your own terms, figuring out what truly matters to you, even if it means disappointing some people along the way.
Yeah, you can't make everyone happy all the time.
Nope. And that's okay. Because true success, I think, comes from having the courage to say, this is what I believe in, this is what I'm going to focus on, even if it means facing some criticism or rejection.
Right, like think about all the artists and innovators throughout history who were initially rejected for their ideas. If they just tried to please the critics, they wouldn't have achieved anything truly groundbreaking.
Absolutely. Think of someone like Vincent van Gogh. I mean, his art was considered way too radical in his time. He struggled to sell anything.
But he stuck to his vision.
Exactly. And now, his paintings are some of the most celebrated in the world. So I think there's a powerful lesson there. Staying true to yourself, even when it's tough, can lead to a much deeper, more meaningful kind of success.
It's like the quote isn't just about avoiding failure. It's about understanding that real success might require some discomfort. That willingness to step outside of needing everyone's approval all the time.
You got it. And it doesn't mean being reckless or inconsiderate of others, but having that internal compass guiding your decisions, knowing you can't please everyone all the time.
And probably shouldn't even try to, right?
Right. Focus on what truly matters to you.
This has been awesome. So for everyone listening, we've kind of dug into how constantly seeking approval can lead to failure, but how defining success on your own terms, even if it means some discomfort along the way, well, that can lead to a more meaningful and fulfilling journey.
It's definitely an ongoing process, figuring out those values, that inner compass.
Totally. So here's something to think about. What would you be willing to stop doing in order to stop trying to please everyone?
Hmm.
Take some time with that one. It's a biggie.
Yeah, it's worth reflecting on.
For sure. And we'll be back soon for another deep dive.